Hey guys, welcome back. This is Matt and Scott with Stout Sportsmen. Uh, we're going to approach doing our fantasy fishing picks once again for this year after taking 2022 off. What are your hopes and dreams, Scott?
Well, first of all, I'll say we are one of the originals to do fantasy fishing.
Right.
It was us and Rich Hellabass. Um, and we decided, yeah, last year we took a year off and made our picks. I think we were pretty much on par as our normal seasons.
Right.
So this year, like, hey, we missed kind of talking, and yeah, obviously
Yeah.
you and I would talk and message back and forth about it, but let's do the shows again.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, we're gonna try and keep these a little bit shorter. I know in the past we've rambled on and on, but 15 minutes is our goal for these videos. Just kind of get in and out quick and clean. And yep.
yep. I will say that we do have a fantasy fishing group on Bassmaster. It's Stout Sportsmen. Come and join us. It does. I did set it up, so I think it's a day or two into the tournament. If you haven't joined, you can't join. Oh wait, did your thing just go live? Up in the left-hand corner
Yeah, it's live. It's
for
at
10
one.
seconds.
It's at 127.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why mine's delayed. All
Okay.
right. Well, we'll just go on. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so join the group. It will close after the first day or two just so we can lock people in so people aren't having a great first tournament and decide to join. We just want it, whoever joins off the bat joins us. So,
Right. Yep. Are we doing
uh,
any prizes, anything like that? Any payouts?
yet to be determined.
Okay.
We'll see how
Yeah.
many people we get, and then we'll gauge the prize off of that.
Okay.
So, if the more
Possibly.
people who join, maybe the better the prize will be.
Right. Okay. Fair. All right. So getting into it, first tournament. It's going to be starting what, Thursday?
Yep,
Typical Thursday morning next week or this coming week.
the 16th.
Yep. So Lake Okeechobee, Florida, as everyone should know.
Yep.
Uh, I don't think elites have been there for since what, like, was it 17 or 18?
Yeah, it's been a while, and I think FLW has been there a little bit more, so there isn't that much to go off of.
Right.
Um, so yeah, this was definitely to start off the it's a big question mark to start off the year, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, even the results that we do have from the last time elites were there. I mean, that's so long ago that the majority of the elite field currently
Yep.
wasn't even in it. So
All right. Well, do you want to start off Group A?
yeah, I'm gonna start out with, you still there?
I'm still here. My camera decided to
Okay.
disappear, so let me just see if I can get it back on.
All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead with
There
my
we
there you are. I'm gonna go ahead with my A group pick or A bucket, whatever you want to call it. I'm taking Chris Johnston, Canadian angler. Um,
Let me just jump in there and say I'm also taking Chris Johnston.
I had a feeling you were going to go with one of the brothers, but I don't know. I just like him. He likes grass, and I really like the John Cox pick, but so does 44% of people. I just kind of want to try and stay away from that the big percentage pick this year, period, for any group,
Yep, I hear you there.
unless
I'm in
it's
the
the
same
St.
boat.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Unless it's the St. Lawrence, that's totally different because I'm going with obviously the Hammers, but
Yeah, I know in the past Chris has had pretty good luck in the Florida events,
right,
and I'd rather take the shot at 7.5% than the 44%. And
right,
it's one of those things where if Chris does well, we're off to the races first event because almost half the field had somebody that lost to our guy. You know,
right. Yep. Who else do you like for A group?
Drew Cook. Uh,
Okay.
I know he's not to foreshadow for another show, but the next event he's done pretty well on Seminole. So
Yeah.
he's done decent on Florida events. He lives down that way in Georgia. So Drew Cook. And let's see who else we have here.
I mean, honestly, you can't go terribly wrong in this group.
Nope. I think the one the two guys that are kind of like dark horses in this group are the other two Canadians. Oh, there's 4 Canadians in this group.
There's 4 in Group A. Yeah. Yep.
Cooper Gallant and Jeff Gustafson.
Right.
People always think of the smallmouth events for these Canadians, but these guys, especially Cooper and the Johnston brothers, some of the lakes up in Ontario are very similar to these like Florida lakes with the grass. So
right.
They know how to fish grass.
Yep. All right, good stuff. Okay, we'll move on to B here.
All right, I'll start off.
Go ahead.
So this is the one where I've done a little bit of research, and there's a Bass Pro Tour event on Lake Okeechobee a couple years ago, and Mr. Jacob Prosnick actually won that event.
Oh wow!
And he's at 4.8%. So I'm like, you know what? He's got some history, and at 4.8%, I think I'll take that over, some of the other names in this group.
Okay, it's an interesting pick, but I like it.
I think what's that? You're probably thinking I was going with Hackney, weren't you?
I do know that Hackney is like your number 2 guy behind Polnick, but yeah, I was leaning toward Hackney for you. And I don't know. I think the Hackney pick is pretty good, but he's been a little bit too on and off lately. Lately, I mean, over the last season or two. I'm going with Lee Livesey. I think he's going to come out swinging for home runs and throwing some big baits, and big baits. So people like him catch big fish. So that's where I'm going.
So I don't buy
baits or swim baits or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught the Mercer show with Lee Livesey.
I did not
this week. So I guess he is a little bit behind schedule because Blazer boat or not Blazer, his boat sponsor, or was his boat sponsor now, Ballistic. Like a couple of weeks ago, Ballistic basically called him and said, yeah, there's no boat for you. We're not sponsoring you this year.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so a couple of weeks before the season, and he's scrambling for a boat, and I guess he's going to be in a Phoenix this year.
Why isn't he running his previous boat? Last year's boat.
Well, it's a Ballistic, so he probably said, "Screw you."
Oh, yeah, I don't want to run your boat, even though it's paid for.
But even though he may have already sold it. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. A lot of them will recycle them every year.
Yep.
Huh.
So yeah, he's
Phoenix. All right.
Yep. He's running a Phoenix, and he had to scramble to get it done. So I like that pick just because sometimes those scrambles lead to good finishes, and a big middle finger to the guy who decided not to.
Yep.
I don't think anybody else on the Elite Series runs a Ballistic. So
I think Fighter may have switched over to them last year. I think Fighter did get a Ballistic last year, I want to say, but I think he's the only other one. But who knows? Maybe Fighters. I'll have to look in to see what he's running this year.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Gary probably took care of Lee with the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Gave him a good deal anyway.
Yeah. All right. So who are you going with?
Lee Livesey.
Oh yeah, Lee.
Lee Livesey. Yeah. Yep.
I think other names in this group.
Brad Holman.
Yep.
I thought about Bradley.
I looked at that and I said that he could be a good pick. He won back on that was one of his wins for FLW.
A while back. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of good people in Group B too.
Yep. Fighter's another one of those guys that grass fishing.
Grass fishing. Yep, for sure. Yeah. All right. Group C. I'll start out. Brian Schmidt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep these percentage picks, below 7 to 8%. So hitting right where I need to with that. I don't know, Brian. Just versatile, and I don't know. He can fish pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
I think you put him in any fishing hole, and he's gonna do good. So that's my thoughts on this.
He's another one of those grass guys.
Yeah.
That would have been my pick if Scott Martin wasn't at 68%. 68%, that's a lot of people. So
yeah.
it's still subject to change.
Right.
Not that I'm I'm not a Scott Martin fan at all.
Yeah.
I think he's too much of a salesman, but past that, picking him just because of the percentage, 68%. That's
yeah. So you're either gonna crash and burn, or you're gonna rise to the top with 68% of the people.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. Yep.
I mean, it is his home lake. He lives on the south end of it, so
right. Okay.
Other people in that group. There's a lot of names in there.
Yeah.
Even Jamie Hartman down at 0.6%. That's a good flyer. I mean, he's been having a couple off seasons, but
yep. Yeah, I mean, even like a Bill Lowen pick or a Brock Mosley.
Bill has done good there in the past, years ago. So there's some decent picks there.
Yeah. It's kind of not. It seems that they have the groups kind of a little bit spread out, for this first event anyway. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because like Cooper Gallant, he's a rookie this year, and he was in Group A. I'm like, that's a little interesting, but
yeah. All right, so we got our picks for C. Let's go into D group here.
I'll start us off with Kyle Welcher, 17.8%.
Okay.
I didn't like this group at all, really. There's a lot of Florida guys.
Right.
But
I mean, some of the guys that I like that I didn't pick, Clark Wendelin, Bernie Schultz. I think Bernie's a good pick down there. I actually took him in my Drain the Lake. Cliff Prince, I think, is a pretty solid pick for down there. Who else? John Cruz is at almost 19%.
Yep, he had a good finish last year. Yep. He won last year on the St. John's River.
St. John's, yeah, yep. With all that being said, I'm taking Kobe Krieger, Florida fisherman, and that's his home lake. So, yeah, I mean, kind of like your Scott Martin pick. I'm going to go with the guy that's not the salesman, the mechanic that's in the background working on the boat. But yeah, Kobe Krieger, I like him.
Is it time to say all picks are subject to change before event?
Correct. So maybe we'll see a little bit of top order out of Kobe as well. We'll see.
All right. Group E.
Group E. Wes Logan. He likes the grass. And yeah, he's picked 14.4, but yeah, I know I said I was trying to stay in that 7 to 8% or lower, but I like Wes. He's a grass guy, so I'm just going to stick with him. A couple other guys that I actually like Rick Clunn.
49th season.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I just saw yesterday. This is his 49th Bassmaster season.
Okay. I do like the Steve Kennedy pick here. And
I can see things out of Iaconelli.
Yeah, Iaconelli. Okay. He's due.
Yep.
Yeah, he fished. he didn't do so well last season. So hopefully he turns it around.
Yeah.
Who do you have?
I have Wes Logan. That's what the 2 thumbs up were for.
Okay. I must not have been looking. I must have been looking off the side here. Okay, Wes Logan. So that's 2 out of 5 that we have the same picks?
Yep.
Nice. And what are you thinking for weight here? We got 7 seconds to get
what I'll say is you and I talked about this before. We went
Yep.
kind of off the Tackle Warehouse Invitationals, and we figured out we're probably in the 20 something pounds a day.
20 to 25 max.
Yeah. So I went
85 max per day.
I went 85.7.
85.7.
Yep.
And what did you have before you just changed that 20 minutes ago?
75.8.
Okay.
So not a huge change, but
I'm at 83.6. I'm pretty comfortable there. Yep. So I think, what was the big bag from the tournament you were referencing? Was it 32 or 33?
It was 31.9. So
31.9. Okay. So I do think we probably will see a bag or a few over 30, but it's kind of going to be the outlier. I don't think it's going to be common. So I'm going to say probably 22 a day would probably be good. 21 a day average.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see. I mean, it also could fall off a little bit. Those, the lake just got hit for 3 days.
True.
Now you're putting the elites on there, so who knows?
Because their practice starts today, I believe.
Yep. Started this morning.
Yep. And water temps, I looked, I think they're right around 71 degrees. So good stuff.
Yep.
I wish my water temp was 71.
I will say it's been after the little bit of rough weather we had, it's been kind of mild. So
yeah, as I was telling you earlier, I mean, after this, Ann and I are going to go for a walk and throw some cornhole when we get home. Be 40 degrees and sunny is perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I mean, we probably went over on our time, but
yeah, we're about 2 over, so we'll work on
it. No worries. No worries. All right. I think that's the first show of the year, and yeah, we'll probably try to do a few more shows here and there. Maybe sprinkle in some other stuff.
Some random stuff on possibly what our plans are for the spring and summer, whether it's fishing or whatever else we have going on.
Yeah.
I want to be able to talk about stuff on just like a random separate stream on whatever we have going on, whether it's rod building or whatever. So
yeah, I think at this point we're gonna try to mix other stuff in, and you can only do so much fishing content, so
right,
we'll move on to some other stuff, and hey, if it sticks, it sticks. If not, whatever. We're gonna do this to enjoy ourselves, and see what happens.
Sounds good. And since I live in Pennsylvania, go Eagles today.
Yeah, I'm on the Eagles train too, just because I'm done with Kansas City.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got to knock the dust off the channel first. Yeah, appreciate
Hit that like button. All right, cool.
Well, all right, I'm Matt. He's Scott. We are Stout Sportsmen.
What is it? Be stout and we're out. Was it be stout and we're out?
Stay stout.
Yeah, stay stout.
We're out.